It's a small business impacted by a scam. What can a business do when its information is compromised? It's a conundrum facing one local chocolate shop right as it enters one of its busiest seasons. A chocolate shop owned by a Robbinsdale couple may have to change its phone number after being victimized by an online scam. As Delane Cleveland reports, experts say Dancing Bear chocolate has limited options.
One of the options for Easter is our milk chocolate bunny, handmade by us right here at Dancing Bear Chocolate.
Easter Sunday may be more than a month away.
Also, our peanut butter filled Easter egg.
Yet when you're in the chocolate business, it's never too early to prepare. Dancing Bear Chocolate in Minneapolis is a relatively new business that's still working to build a customer base. But over the last month, they haven't been able to utilize one of their most important tools: their telephone.
We don't answer our phone anymore. We're not able to. The phone calls come in day and night. So we've just basically turned off our phone.
The calls are coming from people who've been victimized by a fraudulent website selling discounted shoes.
We're currently getting about 40 to 50 calls a day.
When people search Google for on-cloud shoes, the ad for the fake website pops up. Dancing Bear's phone number is attached to it.
Hello, you've reached Dancing Bear Chocolate in Minneapolis. Unfortunately, our phone number has been used on an online scam for on-cloud shoes.
The whole ordeal has been frustrating.
We've spent 5 years building our business on honesty, trust, and delivering an incredible product. And for somebody to even come close to tarnishing our name is disheartening.
We contacted the Minnesota Attorney General's office, and they said that Dancing Bear doesn't have a lot of options. They can contact Google, they can contact the company hosting the website, or they could go through the drastic measure of changing their phone number.
The last resort is to change our phone number. And for a small business, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal because the number is on all of their merchandise and other forms of communication. So for now, they're asking people to email them. But ultimately, they just want their phone number back.
That initial contact with a customer is via a phone.
In Minneapolis, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
A new business concept is coming to Plymouth that's not only unique to the Twin Cities, it's a concept hard to find across the U.S. A concept that's part indoor playground for dogs, part restaurant is preparing to open in an industrial area on Fernbrook Lane. It's called Brew Park. The business is proposing a 5,000 square foot indoor playground for dogs. It also plans to serve upscale bar food, beer, and wine. The business will also provide veterinary boarding and grooming services. Brew Park plans to open up in June. Congress has approved a bill that will impact Brooklyn Park. A bipartisan omnibus appropriations funding package includes funds for a small business center. The city's Economic Development Authority purchased the Northwind Plaza strip mall last fall for just over $7 million. The goal is to convert the vacant storefronts into a center to assist small businesses. $1 million was secured for the center under a U.S. House vote. Brooklyn Park City officials are currently working on deciding what the space would look like and what sort of entrepreneurs would be appropriate for the small business center. They expect the space to open up early next year. Wednesdays are a big deal at Neill Elementary School. It is the day third graders get to work on science projects with students from the Breck School. Here's Jason Malello with the story.
Third graders at Neill Elementary love Wednesdays.
Our Breck buddies are going to be coming after lunch
Because they get to work on science experiments with high schoolers from Breck.
We're doing science, and we're just going to make a roller coaster, a drinking straw roller coaster.
The collaboration started in 2017.
We had one high school kid with 4 or 5 or 6 third graders, and it was a little bit overwhelming.
But interest quickly grew.
I like taking a break out of my normal week and my normal classes to come hang out with kids, and I like science.
And now about 40 Breck students are involved.
You have these really tall high schoolers that are sitting in our little teeny tiny elementary chairs or around on the floor, and everybody is just so engaged.
Breck students and teachers plan the activities.
Something that we can bring in and take out without making too big of a mess.
And provide all the materials.
They do a lot of hands-on science with our students.
They can really talk through their ideas and figure out what it is they want to build and how they want to build it.
Neill third graders get one-on-one attention.
Is it lighting up?
Yes!
Yeah.
that can often be hard to come by during a regular school day.
They are so passionate about everything, I feel like, and they have so much energy.
But the elementary kids aren't the only ones who benefit.
We love that. Thank you, Mackie. Okay.
Breck students leave with a smile too.
One of the most gratifying things I do at Breck is come here, bring these lessons, and interact and watch our high school kids interact with the third graders.
For the school spotlight, Jason Malillo, CCX News.
St. Alphonsus School in Brooklyn Center is having a casino night. It's coming up in less than a month, and it is a big deal for St. Alphonsus School.
We've been in Brooklyn Center for about 60 years, educating and helping kids thrive. And so all the money that we raise with the gala goes towards the school and goes towards helping the kids get a great education.
St. Alphonsus serves the immediate community of Brooklyn Center. Many of its students are from low-income families, and much of the money raised goes to scholarships, giving children a quality private school experience they might not otherwise have. The event is on Saturday, April 23rd, and you can call the school office for tickets. This is the 8th annual event, and it provides a significant part of the school's budget every year.
The Maple Grove girls basketball team lost to Roseville in the Section 5 4A final, but it was still a strong season. In this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, we meet Crimson senior Ari Gordon. Here's Jay Wilcox.
Maple Grove senior Ari Gordon is a perfect example of the fact that you don't have to be a big scorer to make an impact on a basketball game.
Yeah, I take huge pride in my defense. I think that, Coach always says defense wins games, so just getting the other girls, buy into defense too, and we all do a great job. I love it.
Ari can score 20, Ari can score 2, and either way she can still have a huge impact on the game. With her defense, her rebounding, she sets good screens, she's just kind of all over. She's such a disruptive player defensively.
Ari's defense and her intensity is unmatched. I mean, she is always the kid going after the loose ball. She's always bringing the intensity, not only in games, but also in practice. She's always diving on the floor, always hustling. So that's a huge part of who Ari is, for sure.
Gordon came into Maple Grove Section 5 4A final against Roseville, averaging 9.4 points per game. She's one of 5 Crimson players averaging 8 or more per night.
Good weak side rebound, Gordon up and in.
Gordon's wrapping up her 4th year as a starter, and it was her ability to guard that put her in the lineup in the first place.
Honestly, my freshman year, I was not scoring a lot of points. I was definitely playing defense, and even now, I think playing defense is the best part of basketball for me.
When she was a young kid playing in our 9th grade program as an 8th grader, and watching her play and just seeing her athleticism and seeing just her natural ability and knowledge of the game, I'm like, that kid's going to be a special player. I don't think any of us necessarily anticipated that she'd crack the starting lineup as a 9th grader like she did. But once she did, we just had to have her on the floor. She's just an absolute difference maker as a defensive player.
One noticeable change this season for Ari within the team, she settled into more of a leadership role, including helping young players acclimate to varsity ball.
I knew how scary it was coming in as a freshman, not really knowing anyone. So just making sure that the younger girls feel welcome, feel like they're actually part of the team is just huge for me.
Ari's been the core of this team for sure. She's always encouraging us, always uplifting us. She's been a great center part of this team and someone that I've looked up to throughout the years, but also someone for our younger kids too, that they have someone like Ari to look up to.
Obviously being a freshman, sophomore, junior, I had people like Abby Schulte, Jordan Lamker to look up to with the big leader roles, and they definitely set examples because now coaches told me that this year I would have to step in for them and be the leader of this team, and it was just great having those type of role models.
Beyond high school basketball, Ari hopes to play college ball, and her high school coach, for one, thinks she will succeed at the next level.
She just needs to find the right fit. And so, and I think she will. I think she's taking the process very serious and taking her time and being careful and making sure that she ends up someplace that's going to be the right spot for her. But I think when she does find that spot, she's going to have a tremendous college basketball career.
And while she hasn't picked a college yet, a career path does come to mind for Gordon.
I really want to be a lawyer, go off to the pre-law track, so I think forensic science, maybe majoring in that would be kind of nice.
As her high school career winds down, Ari Gordon would like to be remembered by Crimson fans, coaches, and teammates as a positive force.
Just the energy I bring to the team and just having a smile on my face.
In boys basketball, Park Center advanced to the Section 5 4A semifinals with a quarterfinal round win. Here again is Jay Wilcox.
Top seed Park Center hosting 8th seed Champlain Park in the Section 5 4A boys basketball quarterfinals. Champlain Park plays well early. Iotaki drives to score 2 of his 13 points and the Rebels lead 21-17. Casimir Chavez finds James Spencer and he rises up for the dunk as the Pirates turn it up. Spencer scores 11. Second half and quick passing leads to a Cody Pennebaker bucket. It's close for a while, but Park Center rolls into the semis with a 90-51 win. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.